Good morning, everyone. It's 7:29 on a Sunday morning. It's only been light 15 minutes or so, maybe even less. But I've got to come here first light. I am at Sheppiston Lane, which is along here at the junction of the Stockley bypass. And just round the corner here, you've got junction 4 of the M4, which also takes you down to Heathrow Airport. So for about 3 years I've been cleaning this spot every sort of few months. Came here a few years ago, over a couple of trips, me and a couple of the Hillingdon litter pickers removed 85 bags from all this. So I do the entire area, go over there. There's a bit of a car crash over there which I want to clean up. So yeah, it's a bit of a mission. It's not super dangerous, but it's one of them spots you need to be here early in the morning. So welcome along. Thank you for joining me on another video. So we're going to give this area a tidy up today, and basically, yeah, see what we get. This is the problem. Look, you've got these lorries and I'm sort of working here on the side. So my car, well, the wife's car's parked behind me. It's forming a little bit of a barrier. So got me high vis on. So anyway, yeah, let's get on with it. Let's get to work. Right, guys. This is exactly the spot which I bought my big boy for. Because as you can see, you can easily get stung to death here. Don't think I worry with this stuff. It's the stuff further in that I like to get. So yes, this is why I bought my big boy, so I can get into places like this. Basically, people just pull up here, as you can see, and then what they do, they just chuck their stuff straight in the bushes here. So now it's getting on for late November, and I haven't been here since probably, I don't know, July probably. What I normally do here is I pull all the stuff out the bushes and I just leave it here on the road, just so drivers can see what they actually do. Sometimes it's good to let them have a reminder of the bloody chaos they can create. Then I pick it all up and then I continue on to other areas. But the last time I came here, I was only here about, not that long. There just wasn't much here. So I've left it a little bit of time. And now it's getting a good tidy up. So yeah, without whipping my big boy out, I couldn't really do this spot that well. I'd be limited to what I could do. Ideally, these thorns and brambles just need to be bulldozed away. Just leave the spot to be open. It'd be a lot easier to clean, and maybe actually wouldn't get abused as much. So yeah, it's just a slow process of pulling it out here. Once it's all out, I can pick it up in 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes quite easily. It's a matter of getting to it. So this is the whole reason I'm here early on a Sunday. Just quickly, to digress quickly, I've done a video called On Deadly Ground, probably half a mile or so up that way. I started probably about a mile or so up that way and made my way towards me and then turned back again. That was called On Deadly Ground. That was released in about late November. A few of the drivers here are giving me the thumbs up. They're like, well done, mate. I've stolen the wife's car this morning. And then what I'm doing is I've just parked it up the road there. Parked it across the road a little bit to form a little bit of a barrier. So they have to slow down to drive around it, and then they see me here. Even with my big boy, this can be difficult. Struggling to get that one. So I'll just keep cracking on with it, guys. In the meantime, just going to say to you, this is my... Ow. Come on. Don't get stuck in there. Brambles have grabbed hold of it. This is my 50th video, guys. 50! Wow, where's that gone? 50th video. So we might have a little bit of a feature-length video today. Probably break the hour mark when we... Oh, got that right in the bloody finger. Got that one in the finger. Nice thorn. So, where was I? Yeah, so might try and make this one a feature-length episode. There's going to be 2 film reviews on this one, so I can celebrate my 50th. So 50, wow, where's that gone? That's just amazing. Started off on my very first video on my phone on Cranford Lane, which I will be going back to shortly, actually. I've done some maths last night about my videos. I put them in my pocket. Just on these videos alone, let me have a look. I've worked out something here. Just on these YouTube videos, I reckon I've done on average about 15 bags of video. Each bag is about 8 kilos. So 50 bags, I've removed 750 bags worth of stuff just doing these YouTube videos, and I worked that out to be 13,200 pounds in weight, or 6,000 kilos, 6 tons of rubbish just on these. That's with the average bag being about 8 kilos, which is about, more in my money, that's about times 2 point, it's about 18 pound. That is just amazing, ain't it? 6 tons of it, 6 tons. You go and get yourself a skip and then try and fill it up with 6 tons of rubbish. You'd need a hell of a skip. Right. I think in the meantime, guys, I'll just keep cracking on with this. Oh, dear. I've got a lot to do this morning. I do like to do this. I'll just show you real quick as it sort of builds up. Look, now the drivers see this and they're like, are we really doing that mess? Well, yeah, you are, yeah. Yeah, you are. So sometimes it can just be a visual reminder of how filthy these people can be. Anyway, guys, I've got one stuck on my foot. I will keep plugging away at this in the meantime. Hopefully I'll come back to you when I've removed it all. Well, guys, there you have it. I've spent probably an extra, since I said I'll get back to you, probably about 20 to 25 minutes digging this out, gone around the corner here, you can just start sort of put your teeth in. You can just start to see the signs for the motorway. So I've dug most of it out. So now I've got to go and bag it all up. So let's make a start. I think I'll start that end actually and make my way back towards me. Whew, don't get a lot of room with some of these drivers. It's like me being here. I've had a few arguments here actually. They're like, oh, you're in the road. I said, if I was a cyclist, I'd be out here and you'd be legally obliged to give me room. So I'm not exactly taking up much room. That usually shuts them up actually. So yeah, this is my 50th video, guys. Sheppiston Lane, eh? Wow. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. Motorist saying thank you. There probably is not as much here as you think. Did see that one earlier. Can I get it? Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, missed a bit in there. Missed another bit in there as well. Probably only 2 bags worth here. The real fun is over there, picking up all the bits and bobs. And then on the way home, about half a mile down Sheppiston Lane, there's a little lay-by which I want to clean as well. Saw it the other day and I was like, let's do that while I'm here. I'll just do it while I'm here. Not even a lay-by. I don't even know how to describe it. It's an inlet basically. So, as I said, 2 film reviews today, guys. So let's crack on with the first one. The first one I watched just last night, and it was called Joker. Folie à deux. Hope you like my French there. So it's the second Joker film, basically, with Joaquin Phoenix. There's Brendan Gleeson's in it. I liked Brendan Gleeson in a film called Hampstead that came out quite a few years ago. And then, who else is in it? Steve Coogan makes an appearance in it. Oh, and the lovely Lady Gaga. So, so what's this second Joker film? So, all I'm going to say is somewhere in the film there's a twist. But it was 2 hours and 17 minutes long. And once again, I wasn't expecting singing in it either. It was a bit more like a musical. It wasn't just one, there were several songs in it, and I was like, it just don't seem appropriate for some reason for this type of film. It just didn't seem right. If I'd gone and watched Chicago or Half a Sixpence, yeah, I'd expect a bit of singing. So the singing seemed out of character for the film. And then it seemed a bit long. I think at 2 hours and 17 minutes, you could have easily got that story down to an hour and a half. Saying that, it was well acted out for a sort of, I suppose you can't call it a superhero film, a supervillain film. Basically, the Joker's the villain of Batman. I'm Batman. So, if you've seen the first one and you enjoyed it, you'll probably enjoy the second one, but I've only had like 10 hours to process it at the moment, and I'm like, I just ain't made up my mind on it, to be honest. Apart from it was a bit long-winded. That I have made up my mind. I even said to Mrs. O, I said, what do you think? She said, it was too long. I said, yeah, I know. I thought the same. It just seemed a bit too long. So, God, that's got heavy, that bag. There's 2 bags off there. My guess is this will go in 2 bags. It's well out, wasn't it? Look. So, I think I've used down my trousers, actually. So look, there's me big boy. I love whipping out me big boy in public. These drivers are looking at me thinking, look at this, what's this lunatic doing? Should have seen it the first time we came here. The pile was a foot high and now 4 foot wide. It was me, Anita and Peter from Hillingdon Litter Pickers. And I came back here twice with Dave Watson. I think he's moved away. Haven't seen Dave for a little while. Anyway, let's go back to Joker. So in all, if you watched the first film and you enjoyed it, you will certainly enjoy the second film. It's just basically the next part of it, the continuation. And yeah, he's in the nut house basically. He's in Arkham Asylum. So I said there is a big twist at some point in the film, but I won't say when. And I'll leave that twist part there, but overall, as I said, I found it too long-winded. I found the singing unnecessary, so I'm only going to score it a 6.5 out of 10. But I will say, if you watch the first film again, you'll probably want to watch the second film. You'll probably enjoy it, but you'll probably think what I'm thinking. You're thinking, yeah, bit long. So that's the first of 2 film reviews today. Joker. Folie à deux, sorry, folie à deux. I had to look what that means. It basically, apparently it means 2 people are nutcases. So, without ruining the plot, Lady Gaga's in there, she's playing another nut job. So that doesn't ruin the plot. Wow, I'm gonna need another bag, this is heavy. All these big heavy bottles in it. Once the bag's just going to split. Let's put that there. Let's put that. Oh, bloody hell. I've moved this already. I didn't feel that heavy when I moved it the first time. Move that one off camera. Ooh. Pile that in there. Wow, that's 3 bags already. So my next job is to now scout along this road up and come back round on myself. And then we go over, clear that rubbish from the car crash, try and shuttle it back here, and then on the other side of the dual carriageway, then trees, that little copse of trees, shall we call it, that'll need a clean up as well. And then, as I said, on the way home, we'll just do that little entrance, lay-by entrance, whatever you want to call it. So this video will go out probably about mid-January. So the last video you watched, I walked up the Hayes bypass and I've done that pump lane area in the corner there. For me, that was only yesterday. Yesterday, all my litter seemed so far away. Then after I'd done that, I went and met Chili. We done a litter pick. It was a camp, but we weren't sure if there was someone living in it or not still. So we went in mob handed, should we say, just in case. But it was all empty. So done that. Massive litter pick yesterday, actually. Let's put that there. Right, let's have a walk up here, guys. Let's see what we can get in here. This is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Whew. I've seen it worse. Let's put it that way. I've seen it worse. I've just got to really look around here, see what I can find. There you go. Look. Seek and ye shall find. A little bit further up, you get like the cars that pick people up from the airport. Like, you know, have these big sort of Mercedes and whatnot, these S-Class Mercedes, and motor. You'll see them in a minute. There's probably a couple there. So they sort of wait here, waiting for a customer, should we say, who's flown in from somewhere. Then they go over. So it's always messy up here, always grubby. Always. I know this road's done every Monday, but they don't do what I do. They don't do that. They just sort of touch the sides here. Right, let's go and get that. That'll bug me. Funny, once you start walking in these places, you start seeing the stuff that you just can't see. Don't want to touch it, it's full of shit. And as I told you, I don't like to wear gloves. Just can't work with gloves. On there. What is that? The bottle. Okay, well done. I'm sweating, believe it or not. I'm sweating. It's not cold though. It's still probably about, even this time in the morning, probably just gone 8 o'clock or so now. 8:15. It's probably a good 13 degrees, which is sort of high 50s Fahrenheit. This top is sort of built for really extreme cold, not just mild temperatures as I'd like to call them. Right, I think I'll change this quickly, leave it here. I'm just making my way up to where them cars are. You can see that there's a Merc there, probably going to pick someone up from the airport, and a van, one of those mini vans for 9 people or something. Let's just change the bag. Right, fresh bag on. Being attacked by all these branches. Right, a little bit in here. Probably have to change the bag again soon. I've only just changed it. It's getting heavy already. Right, let's get in here. Certainly need to come back here in about February, which probably won't be long after this video is released, believe it or not. It would have died back a lot more. I can get to a lot more still. don't know what's going on behind me here. I'm going to walk over to it in a sec. I wouldn't say anyone's living here, but I just can't see how people would want to just walk in here just to dump their stuff. Look, gas bottles and all sorts of crap. I tell you what, I'll put another fresh bag on because I'm struggling here. I've already filled up another bag. Ain't been that long since I put this one on. Look, there's my other bag. Don't get despondent, Gerard. Just keep working away. You're hard as nails, mate. You are as hard as nails. This is just an area though, it's just a lot of ground to cover. As I said, you've got this non-stop traffic. So I've got to come here at this time on a Sunday. It's sort of this or nothing. It can't be really done at any other point. So yeah, I probably will come back from the release of this video in probably a month's time, but in real terms 3 months time, as it's just gone mid-November. Right. Oh bloody hell, got walloped right in the face by that one. Some of this has just grown into the ground. I'm walking backwards so I don't get walloped by the plant. Well, these tree branches give me a couple of whacks already. Come on. No, I've got to stand over them to get in here. Right, let's do this. So yeah, I do tend to get a healthy pile when I do this area. What I didn't do was take a picture of all the rubbish in the road. That's usually a good one to put up on Facebook or something. Let people see it and then they think, what the is going on? I'm like, yep, this is what you're up against. Right, that gas bottle, I'll throw that over there. Come and get him in a minute. I would say that nearly 100% of this is done by these who wait here for a fare. They just come and chuck their crap in here. They're like, they don't want it in my car. I've got to pick it up my customer in a minute. So they just chuck it out the window. Then their customer drives past it all and thinks, oh, look at the state of that. Right, that's better. I did just mention Facebook actually, which will bring me onto something. I'm going to show you a picture of something. It came up. Let's just stop a sec. I'm sweating. I'm absolutely sweating. Let me get this and then I'll... So, it came up on my Facebook from a year ago. It said, your memories. I'm sure those who've got Facebook know what I'm on about. So anyway, it said your memories from a year ago. And it was a litter pick I done in California. It was really messy. And I was like, I'd seen some stuff not far from where my sister-in-law lives. So I said to my brother-in-law, I said, what's going on here? And he's like, oh, you get a lot of homeless people. They're living like in the roads, in the middle of the road. So I'm like, oh right, anyway, I went and cleaned it up. So this is, bing, this is the picture. Put it up. guy wants to back in, he's going to have to wait. So yeah, I done this litter pick in California last year. I forgot all about it actually. Got quite a pile as well. I remember someone had thrown a load of seafood out, crabs it was, in a bag. I hope they was all dead before they threw them out and they didn't just die of heat exhaustion in the bag. I mean, absolutely stunk. But yeah, so I'm just going to flash that up. That was my first litter pick abroad. We're doing another one when I'm over in April. Oh, I booked my flight, by the way. I know I said in one of my videos about somewhere to stay in New York and blah 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 on one of my videos. So anyway, I've booked the flight. I'm flying from Heathrow, which is really not that far away from here, a mile and a half that way. And me and Lauren are flying to New York. Good old New York, New York. So I found somewhere to stay on the east side, not far from the UN building, which didn't actually break the bank. So I was happy with that. And then we're going from Newark to Los Angeles on Alaska Airlines. Never been on Alaska Airlines. So there was another flight which was Alaska Airlines that went all the way up to Seattle. But I was like, I'm not going all the way up to Seattle and then flying back to Los Angeles. That's the long way round. I can't be bothered with that. So I've got a flight that leaves New York about 4 in the afternoon and gets into Los Angeles about 6 at night. You've got to remember that LA and New York do have a 3-hour time difference between themselves. The US is just such a big country. And then we're over for the wedding of my nephew Andrew. This has been here about a year. I can't, obviously it's just building stuff. This ain't litter. I did clear some of it, the smaller parts. Spent some time doing this. But yeah, it's just there. That looks like it's become a permanent fixture. So yeah, so me and Lauren are going to good old New York, New York. She said to me, Dad, can we see a show? And you know my Lauren wants to be an actor, lovey. She's in musical theatre. And I said, yeah, of course we can see a show, baby. Whatever you want. You just do whatever you want. I'll just tag along. I said, there's nothing in New York that I haven't seen, sort of thing. So I said, you just do whatever you want. But I did say to her, I want to go to one place. I said, that's all, just one thing. And that's across the Hudson River at Hoboken. There's just a little bit in here I want to get, and then I'm heading back. So there was I went there, I think I've told you this before, but if you haven't been, if you're new to my channel, I went with my son in 2019 to New York, and we ran the New York half marathon together, which was an experience. So my son got a walloping from his dad over the half marathon. No, actually it's not true. We ran together until 12 miles. Oh, hello horsey. Well, didn't see him. Anyway, it wasn't until 12 miles we was coming up to Central Park. I said, George, you mind if I just blast the last mile, just stretch my legs? He's like, no, go on, Dad, I'll see you at the finish. Well, see you at the finish became a bit of a nightmare because we got split up. There was like 2 finishing areas. So anyway, we met up in the end. And as I said, later in the year the girls went over there, but my Lauren didn't like tour buses much. She's like, Dad, it was just tour buses, I didn't like it. I didn't go up the Empire State Building, I didn't go up the Freedom Tower, I didn't get to see a show. So I made a solemn promise to my daughter. So that's going to be nice. I'll get that one off the bucket list. Well, I'm done in here. That's just too heavy to bag up. That'll do. That'll do. Right guys, I'm going to change this bag and then I'm going to make a start in this middle, and then I'm going to shuttle them all up. Let's just see if I can get this out from Matey Boy here. I'm going to shuttle them all up to where I was earlier, so I'll catch you in a minute. what, guys? I'm going to do 3 film reviews on this video. It will be a bit longer, this video. It's just a lot to do here. I think what my plan is, I'll keep litter picking and I'll leave that car debris, shall we call it, until last. I won't be able to bag much of that. I'll just have to shuttle it over. So yeah, we're going to do 3 film reviews on this video. So let's do the second one. So let's put the icon up. Let's just do this first. Lauren, if you want to come to New York with your dad, put the icon up, please. This film is called Lee. So basically, I watched this one about a week and a half ago. Nah, 2 weeks ago it was. And I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Didn't think it'd be my sort of film, if I'm being honest. So Kate Winslet isn't sort of my sort of film, if you know what I mean. So yes, mate. I don't know what he was saying, but I just said yes, mate. I'm sure he meant well. Just I can't hear him. I'm as deaf as a post. So Lee is the film. So basically, I thought, I don't know if I want to watch this or not. I don't think this is my type of film. How wrong can you be? So Kate Winslet, she's naked in it. I mean, she's like, what's her face? The one who was married to Tom Cruise. Can't think of her name now. She's always got her backside out in the video. So yeah, so Kate Winslet, it starts off basically with her running around with everything hanging out. And then it's a true story based upon the events of some Vogue journalist. She was an American. She was in London when the World War II started. And she basically wanted to go and oh, missed a bit behind that car. I'm going to go back and do that in a sec. She basically wanted to go onto the front line into France as the war had gone on. And the British were like, absolutely not, no way. There's no way a lady is going to the front line. And then someone sort of said to her, oh, you're an American. So she obviously spoke to the Americans who said, yeah, you can come. I'm only going to do so much of this, guys. It's just too deep in there for me to worry about. I'll get what I can. So yeah, so she went across to France and she was sort of told with no uncertainty, you're just sort of tagging behind, take pictures of what you want, but you're not going to be getting involved. Then there's a skirmish in a town and she sort of gets involved with a battle. Now this is all based on things that were found. She died in 1977, an older lady, but her son basically found all her stuff in the attic in 1977. Let's see what I can get here. Oh, that's just too deep in there, that is. I'll come back for this another day, I think. I'll just get a bit. Wasn't expecting to come across this. Good lad, Gerard. Good lad. That's a bit better. It looks a bit better. Oh, look. Just find that foliage as well. Get a bit more out, a couple more. And I'll call it a day for this for the moment. I'll come back to it when I'm here next time. You can be assured of one thing, it'll be there when I come next time. So anyway, yeah, so this film Lee, how wrong was I? Really enjoyed it, actually. Just follows these, you know, obviously they've dramatised some events. So she left her memoirs and everything, and her son found them all in the attic when she died in 1977, and they made some tribute to her basically, where her story was not to be forgotten. And it's a really good story. Just no nonsense, life story. Oh, I've got a bag over here, look. What a plonker. What a plonker. I thought I had another bag. I was like, I'm sure I've done 4 bags along here. 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. Now this is 5. Right, I just want to finish off over the road, guys. Get distracted. So yeah, so ultimately, although I'm not a great fan of Kate Winslet films, I've got to say I really enjoyed this one. And you know the saying, don't you? Don't judge a book by its cover. So yeah, what a good film, what a great story. Highly recommended, guys. Lee, if you want just a nice film, as I said, it's highly recommended. I'll give this one, I'm going to give this one 8 out of 10. And there I was, not wanting to watch it. I was like, I don't fancy it, don't fancy it. I was being a right wimp who don't fancy it. So, Lee, it's called. Kate Winslet, really good film, really powerful story. I'm sure the ladies will really enjoy it. The men, go into it open-minded. It's better than what you think, trust me. Lee, second film review of this video. Right, I'm almost done here now. Go back to the other side in a sec. Shuttle all the bags up. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. Right, that'll do, Gerard. That'll do. No, it won't do. It'll do when I've got this little bit, which I didn't see. Okay, everyone, I'm going to shuttle these bags up to where I was at the beginning. I'll meet you down there in a sec, and then we're going to cross the road. Bloody hell, there's so much crap here. We're going to cross the road and go and do that bit on the other side, and then we're going to get them car parts. Guys, I've got quite a healthy pile now. 8 bags, plus that tap, plus that gas bottle. Just want to walk back here, start at that lamppost now, find the cars. Been here an hour and 10 minutes already. Where's that gone? This is a hard litter pick. This is a hard, well, it's hard in the sense of what you do. It's not hard getting it, it's quite easy getting it. Much prefer it to some godforsaken embankment where it's all covered in ivy and you're just sort of standing at an angle trying to get rubbish that's been there historically. So as I said, now the plan is to get myself over to the other side of the road, and then I'll leave that car stuff. I'll show you it as I get there. I'll go round the corner here. This is a different corner, this one. Different corner. Wasn't that a song by a Shong? I sound like, what's his name? Sean Connery. It's a schlong from George Michael. That's a schlong from George Michael. A song from George Michael, a different corner. Right, tell you what, let's do it the easy way. Look at that one, man. Believe it or not, all this has grown up in the years. In the 1990s, you used to be able to get to Heathrow Airport on the Piccadilly lines. I say you used to, you still can, but they found another way into it, which was called the Paddington Express. So you could get into Heathrow basically from the main line from Paddington, and then it goes into a tunnel, and believe it or not, the tunnel's basically over here. It goes then underneath us down towards the airport, but obviously it's had 25-30 years to grow back up again and recover. But this was all excavated out, a lot of it here, for the tunnel to the airport. It's a good service actually. It's not cheap, but it is good. Don't know why you pay a supplement to use that service and you don't pay that same supplement to use the Piccadilly line. Just normal train prices on the Piccadilly line. But on this one, you pay a bit more for some reason. I have no idea why. You better ask Transport for London, not me. Right, that's better. There's a bit of stuff here today. This is going to make for a long video, but it is my 50th video, so stick with me guys, stick with me. Right, this is sort of as far as I go really. I'm going to head back. Towards me pile. Plastic everywhere. Look, from the car. You can never clean this area down to the ground. You've just got to get the worst of it. You could have 30 people here for a day and you probably still find bits the next day. Just a main road that's not really that well looked after. Again, Transport for London road. I've whinged about the Transport for London enough, really. I'll save that car part. I'll do that when I do these other car parts over there. As the van goes past, you can just see them there. I'm going to shuttle them all over. Let's just get the worst of it. Really am sweating at the moment. So much plastic. Right guys, I'm going to fill this bag and then I'm just going to leave you to it, otherwise this video will be 10 hours long. I don't mind it being a bit longer, but I don't want it to be 10 hours long. So let's just fill this bag and then I'll do the rest off camera, and then we'll get ourselves over the road, which was my mission if I choose to accept it. Right, let's just do this and I'll call it a day far as filming's concerned for this bit. Right, I'll catch you in a minute. There guys, another couple of bags. Give this area a good spruce up. Now got to cross the road. Got to have me wits about me now. Right, I'll tell you what, I'll do that on the way back. Car part I'll do on the way back. We'll do that in Benny Hill mode, I think. Let's just get across the road. Oh, I forgot that bit as well. I'll do that on the way back as well. I'll just move it to where I can see it so I don't forget about it. What a plonker. Right. It's a view you don't see as a pedestrian that often, looking down to the motorway there, junction 4. Right, this bit here won't take that long. It's quite easy. It's just bits in it. It's not a big jobby, shall we say. Again, exactly the same, just traffic lights, somewhere to throw your crap out the window like half of these slip roads nowadays. I saw on Facebook the Cranford Action Group went down to the M4 at junction 3 the other week. This is Umi's group, I've mentioned her a few times. And there's about 30 of them. They removed about 100 odd plus bags just from that area. They've done around the junction and the slip roads in all directions, and yeah, they've had a few run-ins with the highways agency, and they're like, well, if you'd done it, we wouldn't have to be here. We don't want to be here. Some jobs worth at the highways agency. Oh, you shouldn't be on the motorway. I mean, they're only on the slip road where everyone's slowing down. They're hardly a nuisance. I can understand them having a bit of a moan if they was causing any problems. It's just some jobs worth at the highways agency. He encountered me, he got a mouthful, I'm afraid. I don't think he was expecting that, but I just said to him, if you got off your fat arse, mate, we wouldn't have to be here in the first place. This was on another litter pick years ago. So this side, yeah, not usually too much, usually a bag full, maybe a tad more. Might be a tad more because I haven't been here for a while, but I'll get it in a bag, it'll make it easier to transport. Let's get that one at it. Yeah, it's not going to be that much. And then what I'm going to do, shuttle it all over to the front and then just go and get them car parts that I've shown you. We'll go into time-lapse mode for that, Benny Hill mode as I like to call it. And I'll play a bit of accompanying music. Traffic's starting to pick up now, it's getting later in the day. It must be getting on for, must have gone past 9 o'clock now. I've been here a good hour and a half. My phone I've left in the back of the car for the moment. I just didn't need it. Don't want to be disturbed. This is an area where I've got to have my full wits about me. So I'm getting near the end, guys, as far as the litter's concerned. It's just that car stuff, as I said. So, as I said, I was going to do 3 film reviews on this. I'll do the last of the 3 then. And what have we done so far? We've done Joker, the second Joker film. We've done Lee, which was very, very, very good. And so the third film is, let's find a nice spot to put the icon up for the lovely Lauren. Oh, look, a pair of shoes down there, look, a pair of boots. The third film is, it ain't Puss in Boots, by the way. Get with it. The third film is Alien Romulus. We'll put the icon up for this one as well. Alien Romulus. So, another Alien film. I think they've taken this Alien films as far as they can take it. It's just, obviously you're just getting the same thing with just a different cast each time and a slightly different story. So this one, it's basically, there's some people on a planet. They're basically been forced to do work for the company, whatever company that is. It's just called the company. And in a nutshell, they escape, and they escape to some sort of orbiting satellite, and then they can use, there's like cryo chambers which they want to just get into to escape. But obviously all is not is what it appears, is it? So now you get your usual Alien story. So there's a couple of nasties running around, i.e. the aliens, causing pandemonium, shall we say. So it's the usual story, as I said. I think with Alien they've taken it as far as they can take it. The same with quite a few films now, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. It's just time to put them to bed. They've had a good run, but it's time to put them to bed. So anyway, I stuck with it for old time's sake, and I can honestly say it wasn't that great. Again, this is the sort of film, I call them aircraft films. Obviously I've flown to America a lot, especially in Los Angeles, with the wife being from Los Angeles. So this is what I call an aircraft film. It's the sort of film you can watch on an aircraft and think to yourself, okay, it's passing the flight for me. But I wouldn't go out your way to watch it. It's just too much of the same old, I'm afraid. So overall, I think I'm doing it a favour, scoring it 5 out of 10. I think I'm done here. I think I'm doing it a favour, scoring it 5 out of 10. I think I'm being generous, because as I said, if it was if you hadn't have heard of Alien, if it was the first film, you'd say, wow, it's brilliant. But it ain't. It's about the 5th or 6th film of Alien. 6, I would have thought. And that's its problem. It's just too much of the same old. So I only scored 5 out of 10, guys. It's just not one to put yourself out for, but if you watch it, I hope you enjoy it, but don't say you haven't been warned, okay? Don't say you haven't been warned. But I need to get across this road before I get killed to death. I've just got to be careful here. I'll time this perfectly. Oh yes. Oh yes. So this is the crap I want to get. Some of it I'll bag, but some of it's just too big. Ooh, go on, mate. So this is the last of it. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and then you'll see me back there. So I'm going to bag some of it, and I'm going to just have to shuttle the rest. But we'll do it in Benny Hill mode, okay? Oh, I forgot a bit over there as well. Look, I'll go to it. It's all right, I'll get to it. Oh dear, nearly there. It's coming to an end. Oh, as Frank would say, and now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. Frank does it a bit better than me. God, that's heavy. I'll be pleased to put that down. Right, for the final assault, guys. I'll shuttle that all over there in a minute. I'm pooped now. I've sort of had enough. I've just got to persevere for a bit more and then I'll be done. Bob's your uncle and all that. So let's get myself over there, get that last bit and go home for a nice cup of tea, which I'm going to be drinking several of. I think I've earned them. I'll see you in a minute. Well guys, time-lapse mode. I'll put a bit of music on it and 17 bags, lots and lots and lots of unbaggables, probably a gas bottle, these bits of cardboard at the beginning. So that's a really good pile. That's a really good morning's work. I'm pleased with that. Hard work. I've been here a couple of hours now. I'm just going to go down the road, I think, and just clean that little lay-by up if it needs doing. If it needs doing, I'll add it to the video. I'll have a look at it when I get down there. If it's only half a bag, I won't bother. So, but in the meantime, voila, yes. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a long video today. Thanks for persevering with it. If you're new to the channel and you saw some pictures flash up, that's other litter picking I've done outside of YouTube. That's a really good haul this morning. I'm really pleased to come back here. It's been a long while. Try not to leave it so much. Enjoy the 3 movie reviews. And if you watch any of them, enjoy the films. Thank you very much for watching. Great to have your company. You've really kept me motivated. This is a tough litter pick in the sense of what you do. And this, as you say, everything's on a different corner. So yeah, great. Okay, I'm going home. Bath, cup of tea. Thank you very much. Take care. Until then, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Catch you on number 51. See you then, guys. Thank you. Bye.